And I loved every single second of it. Same. Plus, I'll shoot. There was a point in time where one of these messages was one of the best things in the world. Text like this was almost guaranteeing a good 5-hour gaming session, grinding out double XP weekend, or something as simple as a battle pass. I personally always loved going for camos. That was just my thing. Doing something like this all the time, when it came to gaming anyways, it felt like progress. And I loved every single second of it.
Insane. Plus I'm shooting. That's money. Come on now.
Oh my God.
As life got older and I got introduced to so many new things, something changed. Video games went from being the highlight of my day to feeling like a distraction almost. Like I always should be doing something else with my time. Because if I'm being honest, the progression that I was chasing just wasn't in the games anymore. I feel like I definitely was a video game addict in some way, shape, or form. But after analyzing why I feel like I was, it wasn't just the games themselves. I don't think you truly understand that there was a point in time where 2K16, Madden 16, GTA 5 were all in rotation, and then Fortnite came out the next year. How did you not expect me to fall in love with video games? But like I said, it had nothing to do with the games themselves. I was just addicted to leveling up, grinding, and chasing win after win. And I've applied that to my real life. That mentality of always wanting to level up easily carried into my gym progress, my business progress, and just my everyday life. So the real question is, how did hours in front of a screen turn into discipline I used to build my life today? Stick with me because I'm going to show you the entire cheat code. No pun intended. Remember when I said in the beginning about, it was a guaranteed 5 to 6 hour gaming session. It got to a certain point where every time I would be gaming for an extensive period of time, I would look at the time and absolutely feel guilty. All that dopamine that I was having right before I looked at the time, gone. Because ultimately, say for example, you start the gaming session at 9 o'clock, you get off at like 1, 2 a.m. and like you're still kind of buzzed and you're electrified still from all that dopamine that you just had for the past 5 hours of your life. And then you're going to sleep, you're trying to go to sleep, it's hard to fall asleep because you're tired, but your brain isn't tired. Waking up in the morning is absolutely excruciating, and then all you can think about is doing that shit again. And there's two things right there. The time was being wasted, and the only progress that I was making was in game. I was not making any progress whatsoever in real life. Why not do it again tonight and do the same thing? Maybe even during the day. Let's have another game session. What's up? Everybody get on. At the time, I felt like I subconsciously knew it as well, that I was not getting shit done, and it was getting in the way of a lot of my responsibilities. And the one person that would realize it more than myself when I go into these slumps where I can just game for literally days on end is my mother. And she'd be like, Ryan, like, what are you doing? Like, I see you be on the game a lot. And the first thing in mind is just like, yo, Ma, you don't understand what's going on. Like, leave me alone, please, because I'm just trying to play the game. That's it, you know what I mean? In reality, it's a reality check. It's a reality check that I needed. It's a reality check that somebody else might need, you know what I mean? That's why I'm making this video. That feeling of progressing at your fingertips, especially when you're good at it, there's nothing like it. Once I realized that I didn't have shit going for me, I was like, all right, how can I kind of do this with my real life? And that right there to me was the ultimate turning point, where it wasn't just laziness. I just didn't know how to find that kind of progress in my real life. Well, for example, we got the gym. There was a point in time where obviously I wasn't the build that I am right now, and I did not have any progress in the gym, but it was something that I knew I could just level up, kind of, you understand? Like, this is the whole point of gamifying life. I would say I started working out 3.5 years ago now, 4 years ago. Yeah, I used to weigh 130, and I realized that I gotta get my weight up. Yeah, it's all a learning process. I loved every single bit of trying to learn out this machine, that machine, that machine, that machine. I feel like going to the gym also increases a lot of discipline. I show up here 6 to 7 times a week because it's a lifestyle now. This is a part of my life. I love leveling up. I love doing this. It'll never stop. This is a part of my lifestyle now. Unless I get sick, unless I get injured, God forbid, you know what I mean? Also, at a certain point, it stopped becoming about me with the gym, and you start meeting a lot of like-minded individuals here. I've made a lot of friends come to the gym. You're going to a place where everybody is in here for one reason, and that's to get better every single day. And is that not what this whole video is about? Is about gamifying your life? Is that not leveling up? Like, this is the place I want to be, and I'm surrounded by people that are doing the same thing as me. Oh. I also want to mention what kind of confidence this place gives you. Bro, you think I would imagine I look like this 3.5 years ago? Not at all. Yeah, but it gives you that confidence, like, when you join a COD lobby, bro, you max prestige, best KD in the lobby, you about to walk down on everybody. This is all part of the leveling up process of anything in life, bro. And after every workout, look at the fruits of my labor by looking in the mirror, and sometimes I can't even believe the progress I made. I mean, I'm looking crazy right now, in my opinion. 3.5 years ago, I weighed 130 pounds. Now I'm sitting probably at like a solid 184. And this is my question now. It's like, why haven't you started it? Why haven't you started applying these kind of things into your life with anything in life? So it's just crazy to see. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. Yo, my body is so shot from the gym right now, but that's a good thing. You know what that means? I'm leveling up. All right, nah, yeah. So I feel like I keep talking about how I gamify my life with gym, business, all this other stuff, you know what I mean? The absolute foundation for this, it's like having the gaming console itself is going to be the discipline. If you can't apply that discipline in real life, then you don't have no console. You can't get on the game. You cannot get on the game if you don't have any discipline. The more you work on discipline, you know, getting up in the morning, going to the gym, doing an extra few reps, starting that business, making this YouTube video, things like that. Once you start and you discipline yourself to do it every single day, the easier it gets, bro. You think after the longest time I've been doing this content, this clip is probably gonna be like 5 minutes. I'll chop it up. I've been doing content for a minute. A lot of people, this will take them 20 minutes to do. And also when you start doing that, the same rush that you get from video games is the same rush that you get from real life, because you feel like you're progressing, and progressing in real life is better than what a game can ever give you. So I would ultimately say that video games have changed my life, but just not in the way that most people expect. And I really don't want anybody watching this video saying, oh my gosh, you're so driven, like, oh, you go to the gym, business, like head down all the time, you're making this video right now. No, that's not the case. I still like to have my fun, but there's just a time and a place, and I'm in neither right now. So I'm trying to get to that place. I'm trying to get to that time frame where I can actually do all the fun things. Right now I'm grinding. This video and this entire mindset is kind of just my story and how I applied this thought process to making 6 figures with TikTok Shop, stuff like that. Also, if you want to learn exactly how to make 6 figures like I did with TikTok Shop, link is in the description. Join the waitlist. You do not want to miss that. I'm also going to start posting a lot more TikTok Shop related content on here, just like this too. But if you enjoyed this kind of video, leave a like. It really helps with the algorithm. And if we're talking about video games, comment your favorite video game of all time, and we'll have some debates down there. That being said, it's been Loki, it's Ryan, aka Ryan Roman. Make sure to subscribe, everybody. And with that being said, I'm out.
Oh, boys. Let's end this
No
game,
way
boys!
you just dropped the nuke.